morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the daily support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Thursday, the 1st of October. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar. Relatively positive start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a fall through the pivot at 10,782 to support a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 10,879. Going to need to see an extended rally on the day, however, for Bitcoin to break out from yesterday's high that was sitting at 10,866. So barring a broad-based crypto breakout on the day, that first major resistance level should keep Bitcoin back from 10,900 levels. In the event of a breakout, got the second major resistance level 10,964 and resistance at 11,000 to pin back Bitcoin on the day. A fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 10,697 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub 10,600s. Second major support level sits at 10,600. Looking at the MACD, we had a bullish cross late yesterday and a widening of the bullish histogram this morning, supportive of a morning breakout. Looking at the 50 EMA against the 100 and the 200, we're also seeing a widening of the gap from the 100 and the 200, supportive of a move northwards. So key through the early part of the day, break out from yesterday's high to then break through that first major resistance level to bring 10,900s into play. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar, tracking the broader market, positive start. You're going to need to see Ethereum avoid a fall through the pivot at 357.59. Support a run at the first major resistance level, so it's at 363.81. We've seen Ethereum continue to struggle at 360 hours, so we're going to need to see a broad-based crypto rally for Ethereum to break back through yesterday's high that was at 361.51 to then target that first major resistance level. Barring extended rally, expect resistance, that first major resistance level, to pin Ethereum back. In the event of a breakout, we have the 38.2% fib at 367 and the second major resistance level at 367.72 to pin Ethereum back. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level sitting at 353.68 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, should see Ethereum avoid second major support level, so sitting at 347.46. Seen plenty of support at 350 in the last few days. Looking at the MACD, we've got a widening of the bullish histogram, supportive of this early move northwards. Looking at the 50 EMA against the 100 and the 200, nothing conclusive, slight narrowing of the 50 on the 200, supportive of move northwards. So key through the early part of the day will be to hold on to 360s and avoid a fall back through to the pivot level at 357 to then support a run at the resistance levels on the day. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, also positive start. Going to see Litecoin avoid a fall through the pivot at 46.13 to support a run at the first major resistance level that's sitting at 46.82. Support from the broader markets can be needed for Litecoin to break out from yesterday's high that was at 46.69. So buying an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to pin Litecoin back. In the event of breakout, should see Litecoin visit 47 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 47.39. Fall through the pivot level, bring the first major support level sitting at 45.56 into play. Buying extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should steer clear of sub 44s. Second major support level sits at 44.87. Looking at the MACD, we had a bullish cross late yesterday, supportive of this early move northwards after yesterday's late rebound. Looking at the EMAs, we also had a bullish cross, the 50 crossing through the 200, supportive of a breakout, and we're seeing a widening of the 50 on the 200 and the 100 early this morning. So avoiding a fall through that pivot level and a move through yesterday's high 46.69 should bring resistance levels into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, bullish start to the morning. Going to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fall through the pivot at 0.2407. to support a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 24.36. You're going to see a broad-based crypto rally is going to be needed for Ripple's XRP to break out from yesterday's high, 0.24253, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Ripple's XRP test resistance at the second major resistance level sitting at 0.2454. Ripple's XRP should come up short of 0.25 levels on the day, however. A fall through the pivot level will bring the first major support level sitting at 0.2390 into play. Barring extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 0.235's. Second major support level sits at 0.2361. Finally, looking at the MACDs after yesterday's bullish cross, widening of the bullish histograms this morning, supportive of this early move. On the 50 EMA, however, that's not widening against the 100 or the 200, so it's inconclusive. So through the early part of the day, avoiding a fall through the pivot to sub 0.24s will be key to support a move northwards and then bring resistance levels into play.